50/50 is an incredibly promising K-pop group that is undoubtedly the fastest rising group of our generation. Their breakout hit song, Cupid, took the world by storm, became a viral sensation on TikTok and amassed over 400 million streams on Spotify. Remarkably, within just 8 months of their debut under an unknown and newly established company, the group has shattered numerous records that were once deemed nearly impossible. From securing a spot on the Billboard Top 100 to being included in the latest Barbie movie soundtrack, 50/50 has consistently proven their talent and versatility. Their achievements even made them eligible for Grammy nominations, which was a remarkable milestone for a group from their background. However, despite their initial success, the group faced an unexpected turn of events that brought everything crashing down. I'll give you a bit of background information before we start. 50/50 was formed under the management of Attract, a company co-owned by John Hongjoon and Choi Sung-cho. Both John and Choi are referred to as the co-representatives of Attract. In the early stages of the group's launch, Attract enlisted the services of the external music production company, The Givers, led by Ahn Sun-gil, who is also known as Xion. Xion plays a significant role as a creative force within Attract. Initially, there was an agreement that The Givers would handle music production while Attract would be responsible for the overall management of the group. However, there were some complexities arising from the fact that Xion described himself as the CEO of Attract on LinkedIn. Meanwhile, the two co-CEOs had shared stories of their personal sacrifices to sustain the group. Hongjoon revealed that he sold his car and Rolex watch to cover the production costs and release their first physical album. They dedicated significant efforts to English language training for the members, while explaining that global marketing and Billboard success wasn't even in their minds initially due to financial constraints. However, rumors emerged suggesting that he had fabricated the extent of their financial struggles. Cupid went viral and was a huge success, so who is responsible for 50/50's achievements? While the members acknowledged Xion for his contributions to their success, it is essential to recognize that luck also played a part. Despite the viral success of Cupid, Attract found itself burdened with substantial debt from the investments made to kickstart the group's career. One might assume that the massive popularity of the song would have generated significant earnings, but it turns out that Xion gained the most from the success of Cupid as he took ownership of its copyright. Interestingly, Xion acquired the song from a group of Swedish students from a music school. Dispatch later uncovered the details regarding the copyright holders, and it raised eyebrows that the Swedish students were not involved. It was later revealed that Xion paid $9,000 to the Swedish students to secure complete rights of the song and its associated copyrights. While the act of buyouts itself is not illegal, the situation takes on a different light if Xion received the money instead of the company. This is where the story takes an intriguing turn. At this point, 50/50 was experiencing a positive trajectory with notable opportunities on the horizon. They were supposed to perform and participate in KCON LA in August, and as previously mentioned, they were set to be a part of the soundtrack of the upcoming Barbie movie. However, it is at this juncture that tensions and conflicts started to intensify, adding an interesting layer to the narrative. On June 23, 50/50's agency released a comprehensive statement shedding light on the group's limited promotional activities despite their global success. In their explanation, Attract revealed that one of the members, now identified as Aaron, had developed a medical condition that impacted their promotions. Additionally, they disclosed that an external agency had been attempting to poach the members away and made slanderous statements about Attract. This revelation brought forward a new layer of complexity to the situation, with external factors playing a role in the group's challenges. Attract expressed how they, as a small and evolving company, were powerless to tackle the issue. Regardless, they also stated that they're willing to fight for the protection of the artists with the support of international and domestic fans. Just 2 days later, CEO Hongjoon expressed their intention to pursue legal action against the malicious external agencies that had been causing trouble. This reaffirmed Attract's determination to address the issues at hand and protect the interests of 50/50 and its members. Additionally, Hongjoon expressed concern for the well-being of the members, recognizing the challenging circumstances they were facing. This display of support and concern further emphasized Attract's commitment to standing up for their artists and taking the necessary steps to resolve the situation. On June 26, Attract made a significant revelation by identifying Warner Music Korea as a collaborator with the external agency in attempting to persuade the members of 50/50 to terminate their contracts. Attract asserted that they possessed compelling evidence indicating that Warner Music Korea had engaged in illegal activities to entice the members away from their current management. Attract also demanded for Warner Music Korea to provide a clear and precise explanation, along with an official statement outlining their position on the matter. This development marked a crucial moment in the ongoing conflict, raising questions about the involvement of a major music label and the potential consequences it could have for all parties involved. However, on that very same day, Warner Music Korea swiftly responded to the allegations by issuing an official statement. They categorically denied the accusations, dismissing them as groundless rumors. Warner Music Korea clarified that their involvement with 50/50 was strictly limited to being a global distributor with the shared objective of supporting the group's success in the music industry. They refuted Attract's claims, asserting that the accusations lacked credibility. Interestingly, it should be noted that earlier in the year, Attract had entered into a partnership with Warner Music Korea to promote 50/50 in the United States. Given the conflicting accounts and the evolving situation, many netizens on online forums were left perplexed and uncertain about whom to believe. The controversy surrounding the conflicting statements only added to the shock and confusion among fans and observers. On June 27, around 3 p.m. Korea Standard Time, an unauthorized external force shut down 50/50's fan cafe. Shortly after, Attract released a statement confirming the recovery of the fan cafe and acknowledged the need for improved management to prevent a recurrence of such incidents. Additionally, on the same day, Attract took a significant step by filing a criminal complaint against producer Xi'an. Attract accused Xi'an, along with the Givers, of engaging in various malicious behaviors and committing fraudulent and trust-related offenses. These alleged actions included obstructing business operations, deleting project data, causing delays, and deleting the company's mail accounts. Attract further stated that during the process of acquiring the copyright for the song Cupid from a foreign composer, the Givers did not disclose information about the purchase of copyrights to Attract, with Xi'an and his company reportedly handling it secretly. As a result, the legal conflict escalated between the three leaders of 50/50 at Attract and the Givers. Amidst the ongoing surprises and confusion surrounding 50/50 and their agency, very shocking news occurred on June 28. It was revealed that all the members of 50/50 had collectively filed to suspend their exclusive contracts with Attract. Barron Law Firm, the legal representative for the members, asserted that the reason behind this action was Attract's violation of the contract terms. The statement from Barron Law Firm explained that after consulting with their parents, the members decided to address the issue with the assistance of the law firm. According to the statement, the members claimed that Attract had disregarded their opinions and instead focused on external forces attempting to poach them. Additionally, Attract failed to provide a clear response to the accusations of contract violations from their side. The members expressed their frustration and disappointment over the disclosure of Aaron's surgery without consulting all parties involved. They raised concerns about various instances where Attract allegedly failed to fulfill their contractual obligations, such as a lack of financial document transparency and unilateral attempts to promote the group despite members facing health issues. The statement further clarified that the decision to file the lawsuit was solely made by the four members themselves, with no external intervention influencing their choice. 50/50's decision to take legal action against their agency sparked a wide range of reactions and increased attention on the situation. Different responses emerged within the public discourse, reflecting diverse perspectives. Some expressed their support and well wishes for the members, hoping for a positive outcome. Others found themselves shocked by the unfolding events, struggling to reconcile the situation with their previous perceptions of the group. In contrast, some individuals labeled 50/50 as backstabbers, perceiving their actions as betraying their agency. Meanwhile, a portion of observers seemed to find amusement in the situation, making jokes about 50/50 speedrunning the entire K-pop experience. These mixed reactions further intensified the discussions and speculations surrounding the group's legal conflict, making it a topic of considerable interest among fans and observers. On June 28, Xi'an and the Givers vehemently denied the accusations made against them and announced their intention to take legal action against Attract. They clarified that they had delegated production, planning, and other related tasks of 50/50 to Attract, as per Attract's request, and their primary responsibility was overseas promotion in collaboration with Warner. The Givers emphasized that Xi'an had not made any attempts to poach the members of 50/50. In fact, they claimed that Xi'an had acted as a mediator between the two parties when the members initially approached Attract with their legal notice to suspend their exclusive contracts. This response from Xi'an and the Givers contradicted the allegations made by Attract, adding further complexity to the conflicting accounts surrounding the legal dispute. In a surprising twist, on July 3, Hongjun disclosed the details of a phone conversation he had with a representative from Warner Music Korea. Regarding the recording, Attract alleges that Xi'an proceeded with the buyout of 50/50 without the CEO's approval, leading to suspicions that Xi'an and the Givers might be the third party attempting to take the girl group away from Attract. This suspicion arose due to the timing, as it seemed like more than a coincidence that after news broke about a third company attempting to poach the girls, all four members suddenly filed for a provisional injunction to suspend their exclusive contracts with Attract. The sequence of events raised questions and added to the speculation surrounding the involvement of external forces in the situation. The contrasting opinions between international and Korean netizens regarding the 50/50 controversy were quite striking. Korean netizens tended to side with the CEO and express sympathy towards him. Some even criticized 50/50 for mentioning non-payment as one of the reasons for their lawsuit, arguing that as rookies, they shouldn't expect payment so early, especially considering their company's financial situation. On the other hand, many international netizens believed that the agency was at fault, firmly supporting the innocence of the girls. It's important to recognize that netizens often simplify complex situations and tend to create a binary narrative, painting one party as completely innocent and the other as the antagonist. However, reality is often more nuanced, with shades of gray rather than a clear-cut black and white scenario. Acknowledging the complexities of the situation and understanding that multiple factors could be at play is crucial. Forming judgments based solely on online opinions can be flawed, as it may oversimplify and overlook the intricate dynamics and details involved. As a result of this entire controversy, 50/50 has undeniably suffered significant losses. Since the ordeal began, they have encountered missed opportunities, particularly in terms of endorsements. For instance, the group was scheduled to film a music video for the upcoming Barbie movie, which could have served as an excellent platform to attract new fans and enhance their fame. However, this opportunity was ultimately cancelled. Additionally, the label had to cancel several important schedules, including high-profile brand deals and appearances on major Korean variety programs. These cancellations further added to the setbacks faced by 50/50. It is worth noting that there were opinions among Korean netizens that perceived these consequences as karma for the girls, believing that they were somehow self-sabotaging their own success. However, it is essential to approach such interpretations with caution, as they are based on personal viewpoints and may not accurately reflect the complexities of the situation. As of July 6, the first trial to terminate 50/50's contracts has already taken place. This video serves as an informative update on the ongoing situations surrounding the group. It aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the events and issues surrounding 50/50. However, please note that I created this video alone, without the assistance of others. So if any details were omitted or if any information provided in this video is incorrect, please feel free to comment below and provide any necessary corrections or additional information. Stay informed and continue to follow the latest news and updates to have a comprehensive understanding of the evolving situations surrounding 50/50. The future for 50/50 as a group appears uncertain and challenging. Even if they succeed in winning the lawsuit and terminating their contracts, there is no guarantee that they will achieve immediate success under a new agency, especially considering the current cancellation they are facing in Korea. It is a daunting prospect, and without significant positive developments, their career could potentially be short-lived, leading to a potential perception of being one-hit wonders. However, it's important to remember that the entertainment industry is unpredictable, and unforeseen opportunities or changes in public perception can impact the trajectory of an artist's career. While the circumstances may seem discouraging, it is essential to remain open to possibilities and hopeful for potential turnarounds in the future.